All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to my senior high school students. So, due to the suspension of face-to-face classes by Governor Sol Aragones in the province of Laguna, so we will shift to online classes, modular modality, or any other alternative learning modality. So, due to the reason that most of the students will not be able to attend online classes due to internet connectivity issues, me as your teacher in empowerment technologies decided to make video lesson that you can watch in your convenient time if you have internet connectivity or data, so you will not be left behind of our remaining lessons in empowerment technologies. Actually, for our lessons in second quarter for empowerment technologies, we only we only have few lessons for STEM for grade 11 resilient. Mm, we are not yet discussing the topic about video editing, online collaboration tools, and as well as the uploading and photo sharing sites. So may 3 lessons pa for STEM. For UMS, dalawa na lang tapos na kami sa video editing. So yung uploading and photo sharing sites na lang at online collaboration tools for UMS. So for ABM naman, ay nakapag-start na ako ng video editing lesson nung Monday pero hindi natapos. Then sa HE, actually advance sa akin ang HE o ang Home Economics Cookery. So tapos na ako sa kanila. Na-discuss ko na lahat kasi hindi tatamaan yung oras nila. So I gonna record this video lesson in the Google Meet. So para na po ito sa lahat ng mga estudyante sa Empowerment Technologies ng grade 11 in Donasa Integrated High School. So, i-upload ko po ito sa aking YouTube video. So, para po mapanood natin in our convenient time at maintindihan po natin ang lesson. I will also upload the copy of the PowerPoint in our Google Classroom as your reference. And I will also share the link of this recorded video lesson to all of you. Then later on, we have asynchronous activity that you need to answer in your notebook or in your yellow paper. Okay? So, let us start. So, alam na ito ng UMS at ng ABM but I still need to record this uh, for online discussion of our topic. Okay? So, one of our remaining topics here in empowerment technologies is about video editing. So supposedly may performance task tayo, but due to safety reasons, so I decided to cancel our final performance task in this subject. Sadly, kailangan natin i-cancel kasi because of the issues of accountability. No? We don't know what might happen if something happen while you are filming or shooting outside the school or outside your residence. And the reason is my performance as there will be a big safety issue and the accountability belongs to me. Okay? So we decided to cancel the performance task. So for the purpose of discussing because it is included in our second quarterly exam and I think it will be on November as we go back after the suspension of the face-to-face classes. We need to be ready. Okay? And we have to use the alternative learning modality. So, video editing is one of the remaining lesson. So, let us first define what is video editing. Video editing is the process of manipulating and rearranging video shots to create a new work. So we all know that the Gen Z students, they are they are very tech savvy. No, they know, you all know, to explore new applications in your cell phones and in your laptop. So video editing is not new to all of you. Let us say that you are not professional or you are not an expert, but based on in the classroom, based on the discussions, you all said that you have experience in editing image, editing a video. So when we say video editing, um, we are changing a raw video. We are enhancing the video. We are adding effects. We are manipulating and rearranging the video. We are cutting footages. We are splicing video. So if we define in another way, editing is the process of rearranging, adding, or removing sections of video clips. Also, creating transitions between clips. Editing is part of the post-production process. In filmmaking industry, there are three stages of editing. There are three stages of video production: the pre-production, the production, and the post-production. And video editing is in the latter part, which is the post-production. So this is the stages of video production. If you wish and if you dream to work in the film industry, you will encounter these three stages of video production. Whether it is short film, commercial, or uh, lengthy films. So in pre-production, it includes script writing, dialogue writing, storyboarding, location scouting, and casting. So kung makikita natin, as we realize and as we discuss this topic, hindi madaling maggawa talaga ng isang magandang video o isang short film. Hindi rin, hindi madali. That's what I want to say, no? Hindi madaling gumawa, hindi madaling maging artista. So, sa performance test natin, sana music video, wala, pero yung hindi na matutuloy, wala naman dong script writing kasi music video John. Wala ding dialogue writing, pero may storyboarding. So, bago tayo magsimula, we have to carefully plan in the future, in other subjects, kung magkakaroon kayo ng pagkakataong gumawa ng ganitong performance task or project. So, ahead of time, we need to plan. Bago tayo magpunta sa location, bago tayo mamili ng location na pupuntahan natin, at paano tayo mamili ng mga characters and casting. Sa production naman, of course, it is the middle stage, which is the it includes setting up of lights and composing shots. Kung medyo gabi ang inyong setup or time frame, or time schedule of the location, kailangan natin ng lights, adequate lights. So, dito rin mangyayari ang recording of videos, recording audio kung meron tayong voice-over, narration na ipapatong. And the last part is the post-production. Of course, it includes the video editing. If you want to add motion graphics, color correction, or yung mga color grade, you want to change the color grading, or you want to add color effects, in the post-production, doon po mangyayari yon. Then, after you final edit the video, so doon po mangyayari ang exporting. No? And of course, the last part is this distribution. Ipapapanood na po natin ang ating mga video, ang ating video to intended viewers. So ngayon, what are the goals of editing? Maraming reason why we are editing a video. Here are some. Number 1, we remove the unwanted footage. Number 2, we choose the best footage. Siyempre, meron tayong mga hindi magagandang mga shots o mga video clips na minsan nilalagay sa bloopers. Hindi natin yung sinasama sa final project o sa final output, we need to also create a flow of the story. Yung editor na ang bahala. Kasi minsan, while editing, may nagkakaroon pa rin tayo ng decision, although may plan tayo na mas maganda pala pag ganito, mas okay pala to pag ganito, pag nilipat ko pala to dito, mas maganda, pag kinat ko pala to dito, mas maganda. No, depende na yun sa magiging transition na gagamitin ng video editor. Pwede rin po tayong mag-add ng effects, graphics, and music, and others, or etc. Depende na yan sa goal natin kung ano yung theme ng ginagawa nating video at ano yung purpose ng video natin. So, there are types of video editing. Merong nakalagay ditong 5. Number 1 is linear video editing. This is one of the most traditional way of video editing. Sometimes it is called analog video editing. This type of video editing uses a video tape and is edited in a very linear way. Several video clips from different tapes are recorded to one single tape in the other that they will appear. So meaning to say, ito yung pinaka sinauna pang way ng pag-edit ng video. Ang kaya lang gawin ay mag-cut ng video clips at magdugsong. Parang yung sa film ng sa mga pelikula, no? Yun lang ang kayang gawin. Magputol, magdugsong, magputol, magdugsong ng mga video clips. Yun lang ang kayang gawin, frame by frame. Yun lang ang kaya. Medyo makaluma pa ito at hindi pa kayang mag-add ng mga effects, mga voice over, etc. Kung maglalagay ng mga sound effects ay traditional or mano-manong paggawa ng sound effects at habang kukuhaan yung video, dapat ginagawa na rin yung sound effects. So, very traditional, no? Next, kabaliktaran nito, nung naimbento na ang mga computer, of course, naimbento na rin ng mga video editing software. So, ang tawag dito ay non-linear video editing. The nonlinear editing systems allow video to be edited on computers with specialized software. So as you can see in the slide, as you can see in the picture, there are installed video editing programs or softwares in the computer that we can use to digitally edit our video. So, layering ang mangyayari dyan. So, pwede na tayong mag-add ng mga effects, voice over, text, overlays, and etc. So, yun yung digital video editing or yung modern way of video editing. For other specific types of video editing, there is so-called offline editing. So, pag sinabi nating offline editing, so the goal of offline editing is to create a EDL. EDL means Edit Decision List that will be used in putting together the final online version of a production. This can be done with relatively inexpensive equipment using low-resolution copies of the original footage. So, medyo matipid, inexpensive ang offline editing dahil bago ka mag-edit, i-download mo na lahat ahead of time yung mga kailangan mong effects, video, mga ilalagay po natin ng mga sounds and etc. Then, kahit wala tayong internet connectivity, pwede tayong mag-edit sa mga ganitong software. Medyo low resolution nga lang. Maganda pa rin talaga yung kabaliktaran ng offline editing, which is the number 4, online editing. In digital video and film production, online editing is used to describe editing footage at the original highest quality. The opposite of online editing, of course, is offline editing. So this is what we are using right now, most of the students, most of the editors, online editing. So kasi pag may kailangan tayong i-add na mga effects, clips, palitan yung color grading, so madali natin siya mada-download real time sa internet. Okay? Number 5, cloud-based editing. So we already discussed cloud storage. Alam nyo na po iyon. So para din tong online editing, mas specific lang yung type at kahit real time, kahit malayo, na-edit. No? Cloud-based editing is the process of utilizing the internet to work with content remotely, collaboratively, or at a time critical nature such as editing of live sports events in real time. using video proxies of original material. So meaning to say, kung nakakapanood po tayo ng mga live sports, inedit pa rin yung mga video na yon kasi yung raw footage, kinakat yung mga parks, yung mga unnecessary parks, yung mga angles na hindi masyadong kailangan, mga angles na kailangan pagpokusan, yun lang yung inaano. Ine-edit pa din yung raw footage ng kahit live, real time, kahit malayo. So, cloud-based editing po ang tawag doon. At may mga certain softwares na ginagamit for that ng mga professional. Ang last one, anim ito. So, may tinatawag na vision mixing. Ito po yung ginagamit sa mga concerts at sa mga television industry. Vision mixing is used when working within live television and video production environments. A vision mixer is used to cut live feed coming from several cameras in real time. So, just like the cloud editing. So, ang vision mixing po ay kinakat pa rin yung mga real-time videos na naka-live, laro na pag sa balita, mula sa TV station to live field report, mga video, kinakat pa rin yon. So, editing pa rin yun ng video at inaayos pa rin yun. Minsan, nilalagyan ng mga subtitle, ng mga headlines, may mga edit pa din. No? Next. So let us now go to examples of common video editing software. So wala na itong mga definition, mga example lang na you can use. Hindi na natin ito maiisa specifically. So nandito yung pangalan, logo, and example interface, naka-screenshot. So one of the best na ginagamit ng mga professional video editors, yung mga freelancer, ay ang Adobe Premiere Pro CC. So alam naman natin na Adobe is a company at marami itong mga products such as na-discuss na natin before na Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe After Effects, and etc. So, let us enumerate the example common video editing softwares. Meron din pong version ng Adobe Premiere Elements CC na ginagamit po sa mga commercial and filmmaking. Meron din pong Adobe Premiere Rush na ginagamit sa mga editing ng mga live feeds. Ayan. That's the example interface and that is the example logo. Meron din pong Filmora na maraming gumagamit ng mga common people at mga estudyante. Ako personally, I'm using Filmora in video editing in my laptop. May updated version na ito as far as I know. You can also use this kung meron kayong projects, meron kayong mga activities na about related sa video editing at kung kailangan nyo ng personal edited video pag may mga celebration sa bahay nyo or occasions. Ginagamit din sa filmmaking abroad ang DaVinci Resolve, ang HitFilm Express na ginagamit sa mga pelikula para sa CGI o sa computer graphic, computer generated images. Ayan. Familiar siguro kayo dito, favorite ng mga estudyante before, baka ginamit nyo to when you were in junior high school, ang KineMaster. Most of the Filipino called it KineMaster, pero based on my research, it's KineMaster. Meron po itong phone version or mobile phone version. Another app used by some professionals, it is more advanced. May bayad yung karamihan sa mga ginagamit nila because of its high-end capability. Core Video Studio Ultimate, Cyberlink Power Director, Lightworks, Shotcut. Explore nyo na lang po if you have time. And for iPhone users, ang Apple iMovie. So let us now go to some video and sound editing terminology. I know you or some of you are familiar with this. This is the formal definition. When we say transition, the way one shot changes to the next. So mas maganda yung mga cinematography ng mga video kung maganda yung kanilang transition, kung meron silang smooth and clean cuts. Layering, when we say layering, adding multiple layers of superimposed video. So, yan yung ginagawa natin 'pag nagdadagdag tayo ng mga effects, nagdadagdag tayo ng mga sound effects o ng mga text o layering po yung ginagawa natin do'n 'no. So, kapag po ito ay conversational video, so may dialogue po, the speaking parts between two or more characters on screen. Kung gusto po natin may narration, meron po itong voice over. At gumagamit din po ng lapel mic ang mga actors and actresses or characters in the film para po mas marinig natin. So, ngayon meron ng wireless mic na ginagamit ng mga vlogger for their content creation. So, may mga type of shots po tayo na pwede po nating ma-apply. Sana sa music video pero hindi na nga matutuloy. So, ma-apply po natin ito sa ibang mga project na lang po natin, no? Personal or academic. So, may tinatawag na long shot, medium shot, close up. Alam ko familiar na kayo dito. Over the shoulder, POV or point of view, low angle, high angle, tilt and tracking. Yung sinusundan natin yung subject o yung character sa story. So, ito po yung ilan sa mga example ng mga shots natin na may kasamang image o sample shots. Pwede rin yun sa image, pwede rin sa video, pero video talaga. Ito naman po yung mas malinaw at mas close-up na example. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, hindi in a single snap o hindi isang gabi, overnight, magaling na kayong mag-edit ng video. It takes practice and it takes experience. So, meron po tayo example video dito. Hindi ko lang po alam kung magpe-play po ito ng mga example shots. So, mukhang, kasi naka-attach yung video ko dito, kaya tingin ko hindi ito magpe-play. Sasend ko na lang sa GC natin. Next. Ay, ayan na pala. Alright, so those are the example video shots na pwede nyo i-apply sa paggawa ng video. So, of course, yung iba kailangan natin ng medyo high-end camera. Yung aerial shot, medyo kailangan natin ng drone talaga doon. Pero that's how it goes. So, next. So, ito yung mga example lights naman. Kung walang natural light, ay pwedeng maglagay ng artificial lights. So, lighting is very important element of video editing. Pero ako, naniniwala ako na maganda pa rin talaga ang natural light, no, kaysa sa artificial light. So, ito naman po yung stages of editing. Nahati ito sa tatlo: ingest, lodging, and final cut. Kapag sinabi po nating ingest, the process of capturing or transferring your video files to your computer. Pag sinabi naman po nating lodging, going through all your video clips to weed out the bad ones and rename or organize the good ones to make finding the right files easier during the editing process. Then, pag tapos na talaga tayo, it's called final cut, when the cutting and timing of the footage is finalized. So, alam naman natin yan, nire-render ang video kapag ginagawa para makita natin kung ano yung example final output. Then, mag-decision tayo kung final cut na. Ingest yung tawag kapag iba yung camera ang ginamit mo sa editing device na gagamitin mo. Let's say, for example, nag-video kayo sa DSLR, tapos ito-transfer nyo sa laptop or something like that. Meron din pong tinatawag na color grading stage kung saan maglalagay tayo, pero hindi lahat naglalagay ng color grading, depende sa theme and purpose of the video. Color grading defined as the process of altering and enhancing the color of a motion picture, video image, and still image. Tapos pag tapos-tapos na talaga tayo, exporting na ang stage natin. This is the process of combining the video and audio elements on the timeline or sequence into a single file. Then, did you know na bago tayo mag-edit ng video o gumawa ng video o mag-video mismo, kailangan familiar tayo sa mga video o aspect ratio. It refers to the width of a picture or screen kung saan natin ipapalabas o saan natin ipi-play yung video natin in relation to its height. Ratios are expressed in the form of width and height. So, marami namang video ratio, aspect ratio. But there are three most common aspect ratio. Una ay ang 4 by 3. This is the standard television format used throughout the second half of the century, sometimes referred as 12 by 9. So ito po yung size ng video dati, laro na nung analog or traditional pa yung mga television nung hindi pa wide flat screen TV. Ngayon, ang common video format na ginagamit na ngayon because of the flat screen TV and the landscaping format in mobile phones ay ang 16 by 9. So ito po ang pinaka-normally na ginagamit na ngayon. No, this format has gained acceptance as the new standard of widescreen TV, DVD, and high definition video. At kapag pelikula o sa mga big screens, ang ginagamit po ay ang size ng o ang aspect ratio na 21 by 9 o tinatawag na CinemaScope, a very wide screen format used for theatrical release movies. Alam nyo ba na ganito po ang itsura ng mga aspect ratio depende sa device na pagpe-playan o depende sa display o sa monitor? Alright, tas ito naman po yung mga video file size. Alam nyo ba na ang bawat aspect ratio ay may katumbas na video resolution? Kung nakikita nyo yan, yan po yung mga example video resolution na katumbas ng mga file size. Dapat may katugma din siya. Ang most common ay yung 1080 pixel. Ayan, ito naman po yung standard frame rate. Meron din pong tinatawag na frame rate, yung smoothness ng pagpapalit ng one frame to another frame. May katumbas din po yung resolution at video file size. Kasi pag hindi yan mga tugma-tugma, hindi maganda yung kalalabasan. Ayan. Pag bumili naman po tayo ng flat screen TV, meron din po yung nakalagay na screen resolution. Ayan, pag bumili po tayo, kailangan magkakatugma yan. Kasi kung napapansin nyo, yung mga murang flat screen TV, malaki nga yung size pero mababa yung resolution. Medyo malabo. Kailangan mas malaki yung size, mas malaki yung magiging display, mas malaki yung resolution para quality or malinaw. So ito yung mga example resolution, may mga high definition or HD ready. May tinatawag po, yun po yung 720 pixel. Tapos yung full HD, yung 1080 pixel. Meron po ang mas mataas pa po dyan na resolution, yung 2K kung tawagin na pixel. Yan. Meron din po tayong Quad HD, ayan, 1440 pixel. At meron din po tinatawag na UHD or Ultra HD, yung 4K o yung 2160 pixel. At may pinakamalaki yung 8K resolution o yung 4320 pixel. No, ayan po. Pag bibili po tayo ng flat screen TV, we can consider that and we should find these details. So, yun lang po, no? Yung topic natin tungkol sa video editing. Ayan, sinamarize ko na po. Ayan, ang masasabi ko na lang po for our closing quotation, we are responsible of the videos we make and we share. So, mag-iiwan na lang po ako ng activity sa inyo. Isasend ko po sa ating group chat. Diyan po nagtatapos ang ating lesson tungkol sa video editing. So, i-upload ko na lang po ito sa YouTube. Send ko po sa inyo ang link so you can watch and you can review for the upcoming second quarterly exam in Empowerment Technologies. That's all for today. Keep safe, everyone. Thank you.